Hey, what's going on everybody? It's Bro here again, and in this video we're going to be covering some useful math functions in C++. Let's get into it. I promise that this video won't be as boring as the last one on string functions. It's probably going to be even worse. No, it won't be that bad, but here's a few math functions that you might find useful for your programs. First thing that we're going to want to do is include something at the top of our program. So outside of your main method, we're going to type this hashtag include, then within angle brackets, algorithm, but make sure you spell it right. Just like that. Not all functions that we'll be covering will need this, but a few will, and I might forget to mention this later on in this video, and it would be a pain in the butt to have to re-edit this and show you the part of the video where I include this, so let's just get this out of the way and include this now. So this video is going to be more of a showcase of different math functions that we can use in C++, and if you want to skip around in this video, that's completely fine. I'll include some timestamps in the description if there's any math functions that you'd be interested in. The first math function we'll cover is the max function. We can find the higher of two numbers and return the higher number. So let's write a program that will ask the user to enter in two numbers, and the program's going to return the higher number. So let's create two double variables. So these can store a decimal portion. It doesn't need to be a whole integer when we write this program. So double x and double y, we're not going to assign these a value quite yet. And then let's create a prompt. Perhaps this program will enter the max of two numbers. All right, and then we are going to create a prompt to enter in number one. Enter in number one. And then cin x for our first number. And we'll do the same thing for y, but we're going to change a few things. Enter in number 2, and we're going to change x to y. And we can place the result within another variable if we so choose, like double z. So if we want to find the max of two numbers, we're going to use the max function. So type in max and then a set of parentheses, and we're going to put two numbers within here, and we can just put the variables x and y. And then let us display the result. So we'll just see out z. Okay, everything looks good. Let's run this. False alarm, I have to make a few edits. So I forgot to end the line. And I'm just going to add a space after this, colon space. All right, it should look better now. All right, this program will enter the max of two numbers. Enter in number 1. How about the number 24? Enter in number 2. You know it's better than 24. 25. And the max number is 25. All right, now with the minimum function, it's going to be the same process as before, but we're just going to change a few things. We're going to change max to min within our little message here. And we're going to switch max to min. So this will find the minimum between two numbers. So let's run the same process that we did last time, 24 and 25. And the minimum is obviously 24. Big surprise there, right? The power function, man, that's a pretty cool name, power function. It returns a number to the power of another number. So in our message, what we'll say is this program will return x to the power of y. All right, so enter in number 1, that's right, enter in number 2. Now we're going to use the pow function. That also kind of reminds me of like those old comic books like Batman, where they had like sound effects for all their kicks and attacks. But I'm getting off track again. Okay, let's run this. Pow, pow. Bam! All right, this program will return x to the power of y. Enter in number 1, perhaps 3. Enter in number 2. Let's say 4. So the result is going to be 81, and that sounds right. 3 to the power of 4 is 81. Let's talk about square roots. So the square root function will return the square root of a variable or number that you place within the function. For this demonstration, we will no longer need the y variable, and we can get rid of this prompt. All right, so this program will return square root of a number. All right, so enter in the number. Okay, so then what we're going to do here is just type in sqrt for square root and then a set of parentheses, and we're going to place the number or variable that we want to find the square root of within the parentheses here. And then this variable z will store it and we can display this. All right, let's run this. All right, enter in the number to find the square root of perhaps 64. That's a nice number. And the square root of 64 is 8. The absolute value function will return the absolute value of a number. That's basically its magnitude. Think of it like how far away the number is from 0 is going to return a positive number. So let's change our message to this program will return the absolute value of a number. Enter in the number, that's good. All right, what we're going to do here is change this sqrt to abs, like abs, six-pack abs, but it's short for absolute value. All right, let's run this. This program will return the absolute value of a number, enter in the number. So let's say -42. So this will return the magnitude of the number, basically how far it is away from 0, and it's always a positive number. So the answer is 42. The round function will round a number to the nearest whole integer. So what will change here is this program will round a number to the nearest whole integer. All right, enter in the number. And what we're going to do here is type in round, parentheses, and then place our number within here, so x. All right. This program will round a number to the nearest whole integer, enter in the number. Let's type in the number 3.14, the first few digits of pi. And the result is 3. So the nearest whole integer to 3.14 in regards to the decimal portion is 3. Now, what if we were to type in a different number like 3.5? It's actually going to round it up as long as the decimal portion is at least 0.5. So there's a few other round methods too you might be interested in. The ceiling function will always round a number up to the nearest whole integer. So this program will round a number up. I don't feel like typing that much. And what we're going to type in here for the ceiling function is, it's shorthand, ceil for ceiling, like you're touching the roof, the ceiling. So let's type in 3.14 again and see what the result is. So it's always going to round it up if there's at least a decimal portion. If this was like 3.0, this would stay the same as 3, but it's always going to round it up. And the opposite of this function is the floor function. If there's a ceiling, there's a floor then. So this program will round a number down to the nearest whole integer, and we're going to replace this ceil with floor, like the floor of your house. And we'll run this. Okay, so let's type in a number with a very high decimal portion, like 3.9999999. And this rounded down to the nearest whole integer, which was 3. So those are just a few of the math functions available to you. We only went over a few of the basics. There's still way more out there. I'll post a resource that you can go to if you're interested in more math functions, but these were just the basics. I'll also post the code that we worked on in the comments down below and pin it to the top if you would like a copy. But yeah, those are some basic math functions in C++. Hey you, if you enjoyed this lesson, then you can help me help you in 3 easy steps by smashing that like button, drop a comment down below, and subscribe if you'd like to become a fellow bro.